right, it is 5 o'clock, so I will call to order this meeting of the Finance and Personnel Committee. We'll begin with the roll. Alder Felde is excused. Alder Ackley?
Here.
Alder Perella?
Here.
Alder Flicky-Pineski? Believe she will be calling in. I see Roberta. All right, and Mitchell's here. That makes 4. We have a quorum. Will you all please stand and join me in the pledge? Pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag
of
the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, barring any objections, then we'll jump over item number 4, which is introductions, and move on to item number 5, which is the approval of the minutes from our November 28th meeting. Is there any discussion on those minutes? If not, we'll be looking for a motion to approve.
I move to approve. Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second, then seeing no further discussion on the minutes. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? Chair votes aye. The ayes have it, and the motion passes. If it's okay to reorder these a little bit, my understanding is we have Patrick on the line. So if we can jump down to, it's a short list tonight. Items number 17 and 18, and take those first. If there's no objection from the committee, I will hand it over to Director Krieger.
Thank you, and Patrick is the caller on the online GoToMeeting, so he can jump in if he has any commentary. But we have gone through the appeals process officially for the comp studies, so the results of those, that review is what is on the agenda for today. There is a table in the packet that shows the number of appeals that we received, which was 27, and 18 of those had department heads sign off on them. So through the review, which was of the 18, there were 5 positions, and they are listed in your packet as well, of what got approved as a change. I will say that we had a good group of people in on the appeals process, including Alder Trey Mitchell. We had an HR manager from Fond du Lac. We also had the mayor, and then also our HR generalist here, Kate Cobbs. So we did have a good group of people involved in the process to make sure everyone felt comfortable.
Yes, I'll take the first question for the city attorney. Do I need to read the title of item number 17, because I may have neglected to do that?
Yeah, you probably should, at least before it gets approved.
Okay, then I will reiterate that we're on item number 17, which is a resolution adopting updated wage classifications in the 2022 City of Sheboygan Compensation Program for non-represented employees to reflect the recommended changes determined through the appeals process. And with that, I will ask, are there any questions or comments from the committee? Alder Perella?
Just between the 27 and the 18, so you received 27 forms, but only 18. What does it mean that the 18 were signed off? Meaning the department head did not approve that appeal?
Correct. So as part of the appeals process and on the form, we required both the supervisor and the department head to sign off on the information that the employee provided to make sure that there was an agreement of how the department was structured and what those duties and responsibilities of that employee were. So an appeals form for 9 individuals were turned in, but the department head felt that they were already, throughout the different reviews of this process, they were already recognized for the duties and responsibilities that they had, and there were no significant changes that needed to be reviewed.
And this is the end of the process?
Yes.
Any other questions or comments? Patrick, did you have anything that you wanted to add? Sounds like a no. If there is no further discussion on this one, we'll be looking for a motion to approve.
I make a motion to recommend to the Common Council.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second, then last call for discussion. Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Chair votes aye. The ayes have it and the motion passes. With that, we'll move on to item number 18 before going to item 1. Item 18 is resolution number 108 of 2223, a resolution pursuant to sections 82-31 and 82-54 Sheboygan Municipal Code adopting changes to the classification plan effective January 1, 2023.
Thank you again. This item is actually taking the pay scale that was previously approved and aging it 2% to have a cost of living adjustment in it. It was budgeted this way in the 2023 budget process, so now this is just giving that, updating the scale to reflect what was budgeted. Employees did go through an evaluation process, and if they did achieve that they met expectations for their job, they actually will get the 2% and the step increase as well.
Questions, comments on this one?
Yes, I'm just, if I may, so last year, the COLA was last year 2% as well?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think I saw Alder Flicky-Pineski. Bert, did you have comments for this one? Bert, we'll need you to hold on for a second. The audio's not coming through the room.
Is I allowed to call her? Have her on speaker? Yeah, if I put her on speaker with the microphone. They also said they cannot hear the meeting either.
Improvise we shall then. It's gonna echo really bad.
Hello.
Got video but no audio.
Okay, can I put you on speaker and hold you up to my microphone?
Well, if I can hear what's going on in the chamber, that would be great. And
Okay.
we also have somebody online.
Yep.
The gentleman who can't.
Okay, thank you. I'll put you on speaker. I think if I put you by the speaker, you can hear others, so. Can you try speaking? She can't hear otherwise.
Bert, if you can hear me, you have the floor.
Don't. Thinking you still can't hear.
Kaylin, are you getting audio through the computer?
Want to try one more time?
All we get is feedback.
Why don't we take a quick 3-minute recess to see if we can work through.
We can hear. We can hear you.
Well, that was the fastest 3 minutes then of the meeting. Bert, can you hear us as well?
I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. Wonderful. In that case, you have the floor. I believe you had a question.
No, because I couldn't hear before, so just continue with the meeting.
Fair enough. All right. Well, in that case, we are back to item 18. Not going to read the entire title again. And looking for any more discussion on this item. Questions, comments? If not, we'll be looking for a motion to approve.
I make a motion to recommend to the Common Council.
Second.
All right, we have motion, a second then, seeing no further discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Chair votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion passes. All right, getting back up to the top of the list then, we will move on through the regular schedule. Starting with item number 6, which is resolution number 95 of 2223, resolution authorizing the appropriate city officials to remove certain uncollected delinquent personal property taxes and uncollected accounts receivable from the city of Sheboygan's general ledger.
Thank you again. This item is going to be a recurring item each year where we write off the items that have surpassed their length of time for being collectible. So we have $115,967.88 in accounts receivable, which is made up of parking tickets and other general billings. And then there is a small amount as well for the personal property taxes. We are now working with a debt collector, so we hope to have this number decrease in the future, but we do have that in place now so that we can collect some of these items.
Questions or comments on this one? Alder Perrella?
I was just wondering about this, the biggest amounts, which are the $41,000 DPW, these work orders. What are these?
Typically, these are items for if somebody hits a light pole or if somebody hits, I know that's a big one with the street lights because it costs quite a bit to fix those items. So those are the larger ticket items that we are writing off. They're past their length that we can try to collect them. But we have had better success because finance as of 2021 is sending out monthly statements to people. And so we're working with insurance companies more frequently to try and get those paid.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? If not, we'll be looking for a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second then, seeing no further discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Chair votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion passes. We are on to item number 7, which is resolution number 97 of 2223, a resolution expressing the intent of the Common Council of the City of Sheboygan to exercise its police powers in levying a special assessment for the 2022 cost of operating and maintaining off-street parking facilities within the Parking Assessment District 1. And if there are no objections, we can take up item number 7 and all the way through 10 at the same time. for parking assessment districts 1, 2, 4, and 5 respectively. Seeing no objection, we'll move forward with that. Would anybody like to speak to this one?
We do have staff here available for questions, but this is an annual set of resolution that comes forward, just letting us follow up in the new year when all of our financial statements and everything are put together to bill out for that parking assessment district.
Questions, comments?
When will be constituents be assessed? So when these business owners, how will they be assessed? Will they a separate bill, or the bill will be together with property taxes or whatever else?
They are separate bills, and we will bring forward the totality of what is expected to be reimbursed through the billings in spring, and I believe those bills go out in March, if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you.
Any other discussion on these resolutions? If not, we'll be looking for a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve item 6. I make a motion to
7 through 10.
7 through 10, but the motion is to approve? Recommend to the
recommend
common,
approval.
thank you. So I make a motion to recommend to the common council items 6 through 10.
Second. 7 through 10.
Oh, the Perala, do you mean?
Yes, I make a motion to approve to the common council items 7 through 10.
And I second that.
All right. If there's no more discussion on any of these items, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 All opposed? Chair votes aye. The ayes have it, and the motion passes. With that, we jump to item 11, which is resolution number 101 of 2223, a resolution authorizing the transfer of funds to repay advances made to tax increment district 10 fund from the general fund.
You're going to see a lot of me today. The general fund sent or advanced money to TID 10 back in 2001, and we have been accruing interest on those funds since then. And so now the TID is in a position where they can pay back those funds with principal and interest. And it's the perfect timing to do so because we are looking to close this TID. So in order to have cleaner financials for 2022 and also ahead of that TID closure, we want to pay back the general fund.
Questions or comments on item 11? If not,
I have a question.
Oh. Alder Flick-Paneski.
Thank you. What I would like to see moving forward, and perhaps Finance Department could talk to the Development Department, when we get a TID 1, TID 5, TID 10, that there is a parentheses that tells us where the TID is. TID 10 is Water Street. We're going to see TID 1, which is basically the Piggly Wiggly north of North Avenue. But it would be, numbers don't mean anything, just right, just a dot of a number. So if we could do that moving forward, I would appreciate it.
Thank you. I would agree it would be, yeah,
Noted.
easier to keep track of if we had, I don't want to say names necessarily, but a slight description. Do we have any other questions, comments on this one? If not, we'll be looking for a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve, I make a motion to recommend to the common council.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second then. Seeing no further discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? Chair votes aye. The ayes have it, and the motion passes. And we are on to item number 12, which is resolution number 102 of 2223, a resolution authorizing the transfer of funds to repay advances made to Environmental Tax Increment District 1 Fund from the Capital Fund.
Thank you. This item is similar to the one that we just discussed, but the Capital Projects Fund actually did the advance to the Environmental Tax Increment District 1. So we are now, again, transferring those funds back to the Capital Projects Fund, principal and interest.
Questions or comments on this one? If not, we'll be looking for a motion to recommend approval.
I make a motion to recommend to the Common Council.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second, then seeing no further discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? Chair votes aye. The ayes have it, and the motion passes. We are on to item 13, Resolution 103 of 2223, a resolution authorizing an adjustment to the 2022 budget to fund unanticipated vehicle fuel costs.
As we all know from our personal expenses, the fuel cost went up significantly at the beginning of 2022. Both the police and fire departments were trying to supplement their budgets or offset those additional expenditures within their operating budgets. However, that would have reduced their ability to purchase different equipment or tools or supplies that they need. So this resolution is going to allow them to continue to spend their money in their other accounts that they already had budgeted, but the contingency will cover the overages for the fuel cost. At this moment, I will say the amounts listed in the resolution include what we anticipate will be needed through the rest of the year and any bills we haven't paid yet. Both police and fire, at the moment where we're at with the bills paid, we're both about $35,000 and $36,000 over.
Questions, comments on this one?
I just assume then that there is no contingency, fund contingency account specific to the police department or the fire. No, it doesn't exist for any department. It's just a general fund contingency plan.
You are exactly correct,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? If not, I guess I'll just note that I'm glad that my household's gas costs did not go up by over $30,000 this year. And I'll ask for a motion to approve.
I make a motion to recommend to the Common Council.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second, then seeing no further discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Chair votes aye. The ayes have it, the motion passes. We are on to item 14, which is resolution number 104 of 2223, resolution authorizing the issuance of a refund for excess property tax payable to Meng Tao and Shua Zhang related to 2021 real estate tax for parcel number 592813217771.
Thank you. This item is to allow us to pay back the homeowners of this property. They were assessed in error for additional value that they should have not been. So according to state statute, they are required to pay that bill and then contest it. So that is what they did. The state has approved us to charge back the other taxing jurisdictions for their portion of that bill. So we will get some of those funds back.
Questions, comments?
Yeah, I have a brief question.
Go ahead.
In this case, as also the following, and generally speaking, for example, it came up, in this case, it came up because the resident realized that it was too much and came to us, or we are able to internally identify, for whatever reason, mistakes of this type?
I do believe it happens in both instances or methods of finding that mistake. I believe this one in particular, the same building or improvement was counted twice. So I'm not certain if it was the assessors or the homeowners, but there are methods of finding those issues. The reassessment that we're doing with the actual inspections or the pictures outside the home, that will actually, if we have anything, hopefully find any of those errors as well right now.
Thank you.
Do we have any other discussion on this one? If not, we'll be looking for a motion to approve.
I make a motion to recommend to the Common Council.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second, then seeing no further discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? Chair votes aye. The ayes have it, and the motion passes. We are on to item 15. We're more than halfway there. Resolution number 105 of 2223, a resolution authorizing the issuance of a refund for excess property tax payable to Sheboygan Paper Box Company related to 2020 and 2021 real estate taxes for parcel number 59281318401.
Thank you. This item is similar to the previous one we just discussed. However, the difference is that we will not be reimbursed by any of the taxing jurisdictions due to the fact that this property is within a tax increment district. So we already have those funds. So we are not going to be billing any of the taxing jurisdictions because of the increment is already with the city. It was a contested value amount. So Sheboygan Paper Box Company contested their original assessment, and they have come to an agreement now.
Questions or comments on this one? If not, we'll be looking for a motion to recommend approval.
I make a motion to recommend to the Common Council.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second, then seeing no further discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? Chair votes aye. The ayes have it, and the motion passes. We are on to item 16, which is resolution number 106 of 2223, a resolution authorizing an adjustment to the 2022 budget to fund unanticipated plumbing repairs at the municipal service building.
Thank you. This is another unexpected expense that came through this year. So the water pipe that was underneath the municipal services building actually was leaking. And so in order to fix it, we had to kind of abandon that line, and it actually got put in above ground. So it's up in the ceiling is my understanding. So it was chosen to be placed there so that maintenance and everything in the future is much easier rather than being underneath the building and unable to get to it. We have I should say, Director of Public Works had made the decision it would be best to move forward with a proactive type approach.
Questions or comments? If not, we'll be looking for a motion to recommend approval.
I make a motion to recommend to the Common Council.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second, then seeing no further discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? Chair votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion passes. On to 17, resolution number 107 of 2223.
No, we did it already.
We did 17. Apparently I'm just in the zone now, and all I can do is go through my sheet. Yes, jumping over the next two that were already handled, we are on 19. Seems like nobody wants to spend more time together here tonight. Item 19 is resolution number 109 of 2223, which is a resolution authorizing entering into a development agreement with Cardinal Capital Development LLC and CCM Press Owner LLC regarding development of the former Sheboygan Press Building at 632 Center Avenue.
I can start, and Chuck is here to assist me if I need any help. The Common Council actually had reviewed the details of this project previously in closed session, so now we are just bringing forth the development agreement detailing all of the specifics that were agreed upon with the developer. So if you have any questions, like I said, we can answer those.
Do we have any questions? Comments? Stories to tell? Pertinent, germane? If not, we'd be looking for a motion to recommend approval on this one.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second, then seeing no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Chair votes aye. The ayes have it, and the motion passes. We are on to item number 20. Please don't pack your bags until the meeting is over. Resolution number 63 of 2223, submitting a claim from Eric Belkow for alleged damages to his home when a city tree fell on it. Attorney Adams.
Yep, this is for you just for filing. This is a claim that we denied. We denied it basically because we felt that this was an act of God. It was during that big storm in June. Interestingly, I happened to run into Mr. Bolkow this weekend, and I think he understands the circumstance. We had a nice discussion about it out in front of his house.
This is good to hear. Questions or comments on this one? If not, we'll be looking for a motion to file.
I make a motion to file.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Seeing no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? Chair votes aye. The ayes have it, and the motion passes. Our next regularly scheduled meeting will be on December 22nd, so I will wish everybody a Merry Christmas. And with that, we have exhausted our agenda and are looking for a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on adjournment? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Chair votes aye. The ayes have it, and the motion passes. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.